Hello everyone, this is the Patriotic Canadian, and today we're going to continue to take a look at a scenario where civilization started over. I like to say the third thing. I can't speak. Well, I like to say the first thing is thank you so much for all the support you have been giving me on the last video. I'm sorry comments were disabled. I don't know why. It's glitching like that. If I get comments up this episode, please tell me what I need to do. So. Yeah, but in the last episode, we saw civilization start with this red country forming up here. And then, obviously, we saw Estonia, and then Germany, then Denmark, and then Poland. And we also did see, let me delete that layer, quite a few religions formed up. And these two religions, well, the red religion hates the blue religion, and the blue religion is tolerant of the red religion, alongside the ethnic groups, which looks like this. But in this episode, we're going to see a lot more of Europe be discovered, and a lot more ethnic stuff is going to happen. Sorry, my cat just burst her way into my room. Hi. So, if you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, as we're trying to reach, I don't know how many subscribers. Let's try and aim for 30 subscribers by the end of summer. I know, that's a very, very difficult feat. But, you know what? I have a feeling we can do it. So, without further ado, let's start. Well, first, we start with asking some more exploration. We see, you know, it's kind of hard for the blue team to explore up here because of how cold it is, but they explore a little bit. Sorry if you hear stuff. My cat is rubbing up against my arm. But I also explored down this river, around like here, kind of. You know, about here, this much. You know, it's a good amount. And they make their way down towards modern day Kiev. And they also discover here. Now think about it, yeah. That river is really hard spot, but you know what? I don't think very many people care. As we actually see, more exploration will occur over here. As it's everywhere, exploration will occur. We see some more exploration will occur over here in the Netherlands. Right across here, you know. Yeah. And around here. See, about this much will be explored. Well, we see some ethnic people will actually move out into these lands. We see the Germanic ethnic group will begin to move all throughout here. My cat is literally rubbing herself against my phone. Oh, God. Well, anyways, the Germanic ethnic group will be mainly around here. Oh. I have no idea what that was. Oh, we see that the red ethnic group will be, you know, claiming around here. Not claiming, but just like people beginning to live out here. Because they like this a lot more farmable lands. As we actually see a new ethnic group will be forming up. The Netherlands. Dutch one. Also, may I say something? Give me one sec. Evie. Stop, please. I asked you to stop. I'm going to take you off my desk. But, yeah, one thing you must understand is, can I say something? Hair on my phone. Canada should totally win the World Cup. Totally no biases. I'm kidding, of course there's biases. But we do see a Russian one, a Russian ethnic group will be mainly forming up over here, which is around here, which is, I think, near Moscow. Well, here's Kiev, Moscow. No, Moscow's out more like here, kind of. Yeah, but we see this Russian ethnic group will be mainly, you know, the people will live all throughout here. We see the Polish people will, you know, live a bit more throughout here. My cat almost just rolled onto my phone. Evie, you can't be doing that. Come the baby girls. You can't do that. I love you too much. As you see, the blue ethnic group will be just going through here. Well, cat hairs all over my phone now. Well, we see finally the Estonians will actually discover these islands. I have a water bottle. Evie. Oh my god, I need to get that color. But yeah, we see the Estonian ethnic group will be taking over these islands and a bit more up here in the north, although it's becoming very, very cold. And next thing we see is some religious expansion. I know I'm going ethnic, religious, but I don't know. We see the blue religion will actually spread across all of this land over here in Europe. These peoples. I see the blue religion is actually a lot more popular over here. Especially towards, oh god, no. Towards the red team. Now, this is bad. We see that they will be, mainly throughout here. We'll actually, expand up here into like Estonia, kind of. And so this is what the ethnic borders over here look. Religious, political, ethnic. You see where this is going. The red team does not like other ethnic religions. So, first off, they'll be expanding greatly. And will actually be kicking out, will be actually killing a lot of these ethnic, religious people. Control yourself, Kane. As we actually see, they'll be expanding to look a little something like this. As the next thing we see is Denmark will be expanding to like the island of Copenhagen. That island. Here, that's my keys. As you see, the Germanics will be expanding up here into the north. Oh, no. Oh my god. But yeah, we see something like this is what they will be taking. But over here, we see them do the Germanics will be taking this. There. Finally, I can speak. But we do see... I really can't be doing that. We see a Russian country will be forming up out here. Now, is this Russian country going to be important to the series? Maybe, maybe not. As you see them actually expand down south in order to capture the lands around Kiev. Which, very important because Kiev is, a pretty big, very, very good looking land for a city to be built. But then the Russians faced great instability. That's me. So we actually see these lands over here near Kiev will be rebelling away, kind of causing the first war of the series in a way. So we see the Russians will be expanding down here in the south. Now don't worry, we'll get back over to the red team in just a moment. But we see the Kievans will push up to this river. As we see finally a peace treaty will ensue. So, not peace treaty, it's just really we take this land, you take that land. Let's take a look at this said taking of land. Okay. We see that Kiev will be taking all of this land away from the Russians, which they're not happy about, but you know what, they can deal with it. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to get the overlying of the red team, which I'm actually going to use a bit more strength. I have no idea what's going on. I don't want that part. You make things so complicated, even though they don't have to. We see the red team looks like this. And oh, what's this? Oh God, no. We see the blue ethnic religion, the blue religion, will be almost entirely purged out of the nation. As well, they also expand their religion to their southern borders. But ethnically, it is not a good thing. Thank God there's some Germanic ethnic people, the red team. But next thing we must see is actually Estonia will be expanding a bit up here in the north. Mainly these islands. Those islands will be expanding along here. Mainly with the Russians. Actually expanding, becoming a pretty big state. As we actually see a conference, kind of, like the first actual treaty, per se, to divide up a lot of these lands between all these powers. We see Ukraine will be actually annexing here. The red team will gain the most land all throughout here in eastern, like western Belarus, kind of. And like some islands. Blue team will be annexing there, and the Russians will be annexing here. And now, we must focus over here on Western Europe. There's not that many countries over here, so let's look. Well, we see the Germanics will have a great exploring up to this river and down the Elbe River, over towards here near the Danube. They'll explore the entire Danube, explore near like Vienna, which will become a very important city. Who knows? Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm not. Well, we see overall about this much land will be explored. Well, nah, I'm kidding. About this will be explored. As we see, the Germanics really locked in over here in Western Europe. So we gotta see the division of this land. As we can see, there are a crap ton of countries. Well, to start off, we see Germany will be annexing about this much land. As we see, a lot of countries will be formed up over here. I don't know what I'm doing. We see about this land will be, well, the main powers are over here near Calais. Oh, Calais is on the other side. Like oh my God, bro. I'll find the name of the city over here. Eventually. I think this is Paris. And one of these two countries is Paris. I'll look on the river later. This country is actually pretty powerful, I would say. Although, there's no one that's really that powerful because, how come, man, 2 days in a row with speaking's not my thing. I am seriously unlucky. Meh. But, yeah, we see a ton of countries, duchies will be formed up. Now, I have made one other Wixo before on a different channel. That Wixo has been deleted. So, if you want to know one thing about me, I hate duchies. I absolutely hate them. They're a pain to draw in. They are incredibly useless. And you already know they're eventually going to be absorbed into other countries. So why make them at all? But it's realistic, so I have to make them. Because I like bit of realism. But it's just so annoying. Sorry, I had to go on that tangent. But yes, as you can see, About this kind of will be all the duchies over here in France. I need to put these finally. Yes. Finally, the last duchy. Yippee! I'm free. But yeah, we see. But this much will be taken over, and now it's time for water break time. This is mandatory for me for every episode now. Deal with it. It's now every episode. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love that. I love water. I ate water. I think we all agree. Norway totally deserved to win the World Cup. Yeah. We see actually we actually have a few more event scenes occur. Start off, there's not very many religions in these duchies, like these northern ones that are closer to Germany are part of their said religion. But, it's, well, that much, really. But we do see they need their own ethnic group, because there's the one over here in the Netherlands, and that's it. So what are the ethnic group of these people? We'll see quite a few different ethnic groups will emerge. To start off, we have the one over here. This is more so of like the Brittany, Normandy kind of ethnic group. We see this one will actually emerge around here near Paris, and this will be a lot more the Paris ethnic group. Sure. I don't know what to call these things. And finally, we have Calais. Now, Calais is made out of clay. I have no idea what I just said. Oh my god. But yeah, we see about this much will be formed to different ethnic groups. But there are still a few more ethnic groups that don't really have any countries. Like, for example, this ethnic group, they formed up down here in the south. As you see, one final one will be formed up. Let's do a cyan kind of color here. Right around here, near, I can't remember which French city is here, but it's one of these, it's a near French city here. And, yeah. We see a few, like, the Germanic ethnic group will obviously be, they're not expanding, it's just people will be moving down south. While the red ethnic group will be, just around here, kind of. The Polish, here. While we see the blue ethnic group will be taking about this much. A little bit will go over to the Estonian ethnic group. About here. While, the rest will actually fall under the Russian ethnic group. But one thing will be now, we have one more event happening in the episode, and it's probably the most important event of the episode. See, the red team and blue team are having, issues in their relations. I'm just giving land over here to Poland because I think it looks ugly over here with the border. So their relations have been declining recently due to their mainly religion. The red team thinks, oh yeah, it's okay that, we do all this to the blue religion. They're not the correct religion. We are the only correct religion. While the people up in the blue team are like, no, we shouldn't be really doing that. I mean, that's just wrong. So we see a kind of a divide is occurring. If I was like drawing the line, it'd be like this is kind of like the divide. But a true divide would be like this, more so. And with clashes from everything, we see finally we we see finally Estonians are tired of this. So they will be claiming an entirely new religion based around peace of other religions. So like practically they're fine with other religions. And peace of other religions, and in a sort of hatred towards the red team. We see that actually it'll be down here in this. It'll start over here, the Estonian capital, with the first people actually being crowned like the Pope, if like the head figure of the religion will be the king, which is great. As we see, a lot more of his people are kind of forced to convert, although a lot of people are in support of converting. And that's when, as the king himself, and technically Pope of this religion per se, he will say something insane. He will say, we need to call the first ancient crusade, as an ancient crusade will occur against the red religion. As the blue team declares war on the red team to reach the capital and help cleanse the people. AKA, they just want to fix the leader and get out to make them more tolerant. So that's a cat hairbrush. The thorn thingies. So, second episode. Better? Worse? Probably worse. Anyways, yeah, this has been the amazing time for me. Again, like last episode. Hopefully this episode I'll get the comments fixed. If not, I'm incredibly sorry. I am taking one more sip of water. Yummy. And I will see you all in the next episode. Either tomorrow or later today.